What's up, Nomad Nation? You've got Godfather. I am one third of your Nomad Gamers. It's Talking Tuesday. We're coming at you live. Uh, we are on a host of social media. We are on Facebook under Godfather. I am streaming live from YouTube, the home of the Nomad Gamers. I am streaming from Tick and Twitch, both. If you look up Godfather for Facebook and Godfather09 for Twitch, and I believe it's Godfather09 for Discord as well, or Kick as well. You will find me. If you want to talk to any of your Nomad gamers, you can go to discord.com, search for the Nomad Gamers, and then from there, go down to the vids and clips, go under general chat, and you should see one of the Nomad Gamers there. Whew, we got through it all. We have an exciting night lined up for you for Talking Tuesday. We've got roughly 12 points to go to. So we are going to get right into it. So this Sunday, the Pokemon Go community here in the Quad Cities, it's Pokemon Go Quad Cities chapter. They are having a community day. Or a community event. If you go to my Facebook page, I shared it for you. You can it'll give you the address and everything. Is down on Ben Butterworth Parkway. At least two of the Nomad Gamers will be at that community day to talk with the gamers who are there. Myself, I will be there. Come hell or high water, Godfather is going to be there. I'm going to try and get Fireball to come with, and we will see. But however, Fireball's schedule sometimes does not allow him to do that. So we will see if Fireball comes or if he doesn't. But this Sunday, Ben Butterworth Parkway for the Pokemon Go Quad Cities chapter, we will be out there talking to all of your members, or as many as we can get there. So I've been talking with a young lady from there, and we've been talking off and on since Thirsty Thursday. I had to apologize to her. I got sick this weekend. Today is the first day where I've been feeling uh, halfway decent or decent enough to actually come out to the Shire, do any work, or even game. So that's been a hell of a time. Uh, Give me just a second. I got to check social media. I'm not seeing anything down here. I don't know how I am looking. You might hear a little background, but this is kind of like a quality check on my part. Only because I want to bring you the best product possible without, God damn it, without all of the bullshit. Okay. So I can see myself. I know I sound good. It's about a 5 second delay. It's all good. So let's get right into things. So I already touched on Pokemon Go for the Quad Cities chapter. There is a lot going on with Pokemon. There is a lot going on with Nintendo, and man, the articles out there for Nintendo and for Pokemon is ridiculous. By the way, if I say anything on here that you want to comment on, I will see it. Go ahead and comment down here. I have comments turned on to all the social media platforms, so no matter where you're at, you're able to get in contact with me and you can ask questions. I will stop and I will answer them. So one of the things is I saw an article today. There is a potential spinoff for Pokemon Go being announced, well, this month. It said September on a Nintendo Direct that has yet to be announced. And as I was reading this article earlier today, I'll pretty much just sum it up for you. An insider said that they could be announcing a spin-off to the Pokemon Go, or not Pokemon Go, but the Pokemon franchise. He wouldn't say what it was. He wouldn't even be really direct on whether Nintendo was having a Nintendo Direct in September or not. It's a whole bunch of rumors, and that is, well, which goddamn, that was on GameRant.com. So if you go to GameRant.com and you scroll a couple of articles down, you will see it, and you can go read that for yourself. Nintendo, Nintendo's being something else. I don't know about them. We reported on Nintendo suing Pal World. Oh boy, it's been 6 to 8 months ago that we reported on that over on the Nomad Gamers, and they have now settled out of court. Or no, that wasn't them. Who Nintendo settled with somebody out of court, and I don't remember who it was. But oh, I remember now. The article was how Nintendo was suing Pal World, and now Nintendo has got two patents on how to summon a character to go fight, and how that is becoming a threat to the creativity. You know what? Instead of me trying to remember all this crap, let's just go straight to it, shall we? Uh, let's see if I can find it again first. I just had that damn thing too. Here it is. I knew I'd find it. So Nintendo has obtained a patent describing a patent for summoning a character for the purpose of having it fight another character. This is a very broad patent that they put in, and it's all about where the character is going to come in. A lot of the insiders are kind of worried about what this is going to do to the creative. Oh, I don't even know what the hell to call it, for games that are going to be made and come out. Uh, some are speculating that this is Nintendo's way of taking this lawsuit from Japan and moving it to the States. And they're just unsure of what's going on, but uh, and this is their words, not mine. You can go to the article and go read it. But it says, potentially threatens the entire video game industry, according to one analyst. The more that I read about this and how broad that this is, I don't think it's going to threaten too much. Uh, and the reason for that is will there be a fight over this patent? More than likely. However, with it being so broad and the industry being so big, I think that if somebody in the United States or a company in the United States were to take them to court to dismantle this patent, I believe they would win. If you remember about a year or two ago, it's not really gamer related, but Taco Bell took Taco John to court over the patent of the phrase Taco Tuesday. And the patent court agreed with Taco Bell and made Taco John, or actually took that phrase away from Taco John to where they couldn't go sue every taco place out there. So I think if it's this broad, I think you're going to find yourself in a situation similar to that whole taco fight. Uh, but man, Nintendo's been just getting on it. They sued Pal World back in September of 2024. So the Nomad Gamers would have reported on this December of 2024, maybe January of 25. I'd have to go back and look at all of our coverage, and that's a lot of hours to go look back to. But I know we talked about this somewhere, and I said back then that Pal World would lose, and that Nintendo would win. And it looks that way. But it sounds like Nintendo is getting ready to take the fight to them and take it to a broader, uh, I guess, audience, if that's the way you want to put it, because they're suing them in Japan. Now they're going to sue them in the United States, potentially. So in here, it said they don't know if they're going to try and sue them worldwide or not. Uh, there's also one in here. Could Pal World be infringing on Nintendo's new patent? It does not appear to be directly connected to the Pocket Pair case, granted a different jurisdiction from where Nintendo's Pal World lawsuit is underway. Its claims only partially match the features found in Pal. Nevertheless, Mueller, and I know I haven't read it all, but this is some heavy stuff, uh, described it as a fundamental threat to creativity and innovation in the games industry. I partially agree with that. If you think back and you go back and you look at some of what the Nomad Gamers reported on, I believe it was April or May, where another gaming platform had copyrighted a mechanic of a game and then they went out of business or they shut that studio down. So now nobody else, no other triple 4A, 5A, 6A, whatever A number that it is, they can't use that because the company's uh is Warner Brothers and they shut down their production for the video game. So I do remember that. I thought it was bullshit. I think if you shut down uh your studio, you should lose your right to sue on a copyright that you are not even marketing or using. Uh so that's where we stand at for that. And the Pokemon spin-off game, that's nothing but rumors. That is an insider. I think he's trying to get everybody up in arms over it, and it's working to a certain extent. In today's day and age, you can literally make a little bit of a spark, and it's going to light up. It is just going to explode. So, with that, uh, this could gain some traction. If you've been following the Nomad Gamers, you've been following Godfather for any length of time besides 10 minutes, you will know our thoughts on the PlayStation 5. You will know that we have said many, many times that the Sony PlayStation 5 is kind of on an island, kind of out there. It's been surrounded. They got to circle the wagons, they got to fight their way out. If you watched last week's episode of Nomad Gamers, you would know that myself, Zanar Crest Rider, and Fireball, we all were talking about how Halo is now going to PS5, how Helldivers is now going to Xbox, how all these games now are seemingly going cross-platform, where they had a home on Xbox and they were going to PlayStation 5, or they were on PlayStation 5 only, and now they got a home over on the Xbox. PlayStation came out and gave an update on the Wolverine game for the PS5, and it looks good. It really does. Uh, let's see if I can find that article again. Yep, here it is right here. It's getting an exciting update, and the release is coming within the next couple weeks, from what this article said. And this article was only published 7 hours ago, so it's kind of hot off the presses. It's kind of doing its thing. And for PlayStation to have a high caliber first party game, well, that's a treat to everybody who is a PlayStation fan. because we all know that the gaming world, for us gamers, we're broke off into camps and we closely guard those camps. If you're a PlayStation player, you are only playing PlayStation. You are not traveling over to Xbox, and Xbox is not going to PlayStation. Those battle lines have been drawn. The PC, though, is a little different. The PC can kind of, you can branch off into both ways. However, once you come off of that PC platform, when you go to the console, you fall on one side or the other of the battle line. There's very few gamers out there who will play the Xbox or play the PlayStation or have them both in the same house. When it comes down to Nintendo, they're such a little guy now that the there is no battle lines there. Most people will play Nintendo and PlayStation or Nintendo and Xbox, but you will never see a lot of people who play Xbox and PlayStation. If I am wrong, tell me down in the comments. Go ahead and comment. Say, hey, Godfather, you're full of shit, which is normally the truth. However, I am one of those players who I have an Xbox in the house. I have a PlayStation in the house, both the latest generation, and then I've got the original Switch. And then I went to the PC, and I have maybe 2 hours on the console all this month, but for the most part, I've been playing on the PC. So for PlayStation, this is refreshing for the gaming industry. This this is awesome for their brand, and as a former exclusive PlayStation player, I love to see it. I've also seen some of the artwork that they're doing, and some of the artwork for this game. It looks amazing. It is not. It isn't disappointing. That's a very good thing to see out of PlayStation. Now, for all of you guys out there who are drooling over Grand Theft Auto 6, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand what you mean. I understand where you're coming from because I am so ready for Grand Theft Auto 6 as well. We have to be patient. Rome wasn't built in a day, and I'll be damned if Grand Theft Auto 6 wasn't built in a day. We've been through 2 delays already. I would not be shocked if we get a third delay. Uh, there are some leaks coming out. I did verify this leak. Um, and verified it means I went to multiple sites of websites that I deem to be of good content, of I can believe what the hell they're talking about. Because when it comes to games, most sites, when they start talking, they make it so unbelievable that most people fall for it. So if I see something, I'll go to multiple sites, see if I can see the same information, and when I can, then I will report. But for this one, the this one's so stupid I have to report on it. So names there's websites for Grand Theft Auto 6. Just like Grand Theft Auto 5 where you have Dynasty 8, Dynasty exclusive, you've got the road, you've got all this other stuff that goes with it. And then when you open up your mobile phone, you got all those apps that are in there. Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be no different. The one thing that I did see on there that I was kind of pleased with, but kind of shook my head at, was they are bringing back the MCs. I guess that's a staple in this game. But that is the first glimpse of Criminal Underground that we have gotten from Rockstar. If this is false, it is uh dinner time. It is it's a really good spoof. So some of these out there are the following. And somebody found this on a site They monitor this kind of stuff. It is tracked back to Take Two Interactives. It's kind of like them holding it behind their back. And this one here, I saw, I think it was on PCGamer.com under news. What dash up dot app? Ride me dot app. Buck me dot app. Leon idagov.org. Brian and Bradley.com. Hooker slash or hooker dash galore.com. Wipeoutcornskin.com. My boy has a creepy corndog.com. If if you know anything about the Grand Theft Auto franchise, you know that this is stuff that you can absolutely see in Grand Theft Auto. This is absolutely stuff that you can see on that game. Uh, Grand Theft Auto 5 really didn't have this kind, but think back to the earlier games. Think back to Vice City. Think back to San Andreas. They had this kind of stuff. If you look back at, you don't even have to look back. Go watch The Big Bang Theory. If you go back and watch The Big Bang Theory, Leonard tells Sheldon, "We are the nice guys. We're the good guys. We pay the hookers in Grand Theft Auto, and we don't kill them." I don't remember what episode or from what season that came from, but I heard that and I started laughing. But when I seen this today, I had to grin. I know we're at like 270-ish days that before Grand Theft Auto launches. I would not be shocked at all if we get another delay. I just don't. Something about I believe the last thing that I got on Grand Theft Auto, it was going. I don't know though. I think it might actually launch on the day that they say, because Grand Theft Auto 5 launched in September, and I think this one pushes it to September of 26. And if that's the case, I could see it because it would most definitely go into the holiday season. And there is a lot of chatter out there right now, and I'm trying to go to it. Here it is. Take Two tries to hide GTA 6 websites behind its back after fans uncover them, achieving nothing but fueling the fire. This is coming from PCGamer.com/news. PC Gamer is a very uh I enjoy their articles. Most of their articles, if not all of them, are spot on. Ooh, this is a new one. I didn't see this one before. Battlefield 6 producer acknowledges vehicles were underpowered in the beta, but says it's better than the alternative. Yeah, I guess it would be. Underpowered vehicle compared to 2 feet and a heartbeat. That makes yeah. Rather have two weak vehicles over two powerful. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. They have the ability to go in there and either turn them up a little bit or nerf them. We see it all the time on video games where they do an update and they mess with the mechanics a little bit, or they mess with the player build a little bit to where this was too power OP'd, or they nerf it, or it was nerfed and it needs to come back up. They have the ability to adjust it. So Battlefield 6, EA Sports should, or EA, I should say, because it's not really sports. EA has the ability to go in there and turn that up just a little bit. They have the ability to turn up the speed or turn down the speed. But for him to say that rather have two weak vehicles over two powerful, I don't know. I don't like it. There's a lot of news about Destiny 2 out there right now. Destiny 2 next Star Wars theme expansion has a Sarlacc pit, twirling lightsabers, ATST walkers, and oh boy, Han Solo's blaster. That is huge. Oh yeah. Now that I see the indie games, let me go back to what I was doing before, and I did not put it down. I'm a jackass for not doing that. So everybody out there knows Mario World anchored the Switch 2 on launch. I don't think the Switch 2 is all that much. I don't think it's all that great. I love the Mario Kart series. I'm just not going to pay that kind of money to get a Switch. However, there is an indie gamer out there, and I wish I could find it, who copied Mario World. Might be on Gamer Rant. Let's go to Gamer Rant and see if Gamer Rant has it. I'm gonna tell you what, with all the news about Nintendo and Sega and Nintendo suing an accessory maker because they said that they had a working prototype of the Switch before it came out. There is so much news coming out about Nintendo. It's hard to keep up on it. It really is. Uh Here it is right here. There's already a Mario Kart World copycat game. So look, I am all for the indie gamers or the indie game developers. I love the little guys. What I don't enjoy about that side of the house is that there's a lot of times that they plagiarize your actual AAA games. And this is a huge one. Xbox store and the PlayStation store have been trying to put a stop to these imitation games. And they've taken down hundreds of thousands of them. But for whatever reason, this game made it through. People are still trying to figure it out. However, it is called Mario Kart World. Red, blue, and green. And I wish, in fact, I can. I'm not scared to do this. Let's take this over here. Right there. Now, anybody in their right mind would know that this looks just like Mario Kart. There's no denying it. If you look over here where I'm circling, that's a horrible rendition of Bones Bowser. You got Mario. You got Princess. This guy and this gal, well, they don't fit the bill of any of the characters in Mario Kart. But those other three do. While I'm all about the independent, while I'm all about the little guys making a run and doing something great. In fact, Fireball celebrates it when it happens. Zenar Crest Rider does. I do. We have to acknowledge the dark side of this too is when they do a cheap imitation of a wonderful game to try and steal, and that's what it is. It's stealing players and money away from who rightfully owns it, and that would be Nintendo. And I don't I don't defend Nintendo a lot these days, but that if they were to sue and people are saying that it's enough off of the patent and the copyright that Nintendo probably isn't going to sue them. So, but man, can't do that, man. Can't do that. The indie horror game that fought back against Monster Energy trademark trolling and won is now being made into a movie. Oh, great. Another movie that nobody cares about. Here's the one that I was starting to go down when it came down to when I was talking about Grand Theft Auto 6, where I said that a September release would be great because it would bleed into the holiday season. Most all of your AAA games, and they're saying that Grand Theft Auto could be the very first 4A game, they're always released during the holiday season. This article says maybe release a game in May sometimes. Fixation on the holiday window is hurting game publisher, says industry analyst New Zoo. Let's go over here and I'm just going to take a cruise on it. It is Talking Tuesday. I don't have any kind of comments. I don't see anything on Facebook. I don't see anything in my multi stream chat. So let's move on. The clustering of big game releases late in the year is causing avoidable cannibalization, according to a new report. Let's stop. They are completely true. They're completely correct. If oh God, I hate saying this. God, I hate saying this. If Call of Duty brings out a game, and I don't like Call of Duty, but if they do bring out a game, let's say October, like they did with Black Ops 6, then Bethesda drops. This is completely fantasy. Nothing that I'm saying has anything. It's not. It isn't correct. So don't quote me. But let's say in November Bethesda drops Fallout 5. And let's say in December, Rockstar drops Red Dead Redemption 3. People are going to be tripping over themselves to buy those games. You're going to have some holding out for RDR3, very little. You're going to have some holding out for the November release of Fallout 5. And then you'll have some who buy in October. When in reality, if you take any three of those out of the equation and you push them to May, you're going to get great sales, just like you would get at the holiday season. Remember, this is not the America of the 80s and the 90s. This is not the America of the 60s and 70s, where parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, significant others, whatever you want to call it, they don't wait until the holiday season to buy a gift. They will buy a gift literally year round. Oh, the game's, you want this game and it's dropping in July? Here you go. Might have to wait a week, but you'll get it. So I agree with that. And I keep pointing this way because the big TV that I see, sometimes I'll take a picture of my setup here to where everybody can see it, and you will understand why I look this way and why I look that way. Because I got a 55-inch TV right over here, and right now that 55-inch TV has my mug plastered all over it. That is what you are seeing right now. Then if you turn this way, you will see, when I take this photo, you would see anything that I'm reporting on this one. And then the middle one is my laptop, and my laptop has Streamlabs on it where I can see my mini feed, I can see all my comments, I can see everything. It's like my hub. In fact, hey, don't say I'm not spontaneous. I'm a lot of things, but I am spontaneous. Hang on, let's do this now. All right. So I got my headphones back on. And here's the reason why I got my headphones on. While nobody else is talking, I am on Discord and I'm in the channel for our show. We have our show locked down to where just the co-host can get in. And that means an our Crest Rider could make an appearance if he wanted to. If Fireball gets up early and sees, he might jump in and want to talk. And this way, if they do, not only are they going to startle the shit out of me, but then there's no echo between my sound system and my mic. I am posting. If you want to see this, head over to Godfather, and you will see exactly how behind the scenes. All right, it is going up now. So with that, you will see exactly why I look in the directions that I'm looking. I felt like I owed you guys at least that. And I really do have squirrel ooh shiny syndrome. Well, let's get back to what I was talking about because we are starting to run out of time. Um the arrival of Hollow Knight, Silksong, and Borderland 4. I've been seeing a lot about both. If you remember Saturday morning, we talked about Silk Strong, how Silk Song, not Strong, Song, how it crashed every store it went in. Nintendo, PlayStation, Steam, Xbox, all of them. Every one that it touched, down it went. And that's an indie title. Borderlands 4, I've seen that a million times. They're actually doing it great because they are doing advertisements on social media that everybody goes to. Marks the end of this year's summer doldrums, a period from around April through the end of August, when the rate of big budget and highly anticipated mainstream game releases is at its lowest. And it is. And that's for a reason. Here's the reason. And I'm no dummy on this either. And I'm no dummy that the United States is not the only country buying these games. However, if you are in the northern hemispheres of the world, you your summer is the same as the United States. If you're in the southern hemisphere, you're opposite. I got a good story about that, but we'll get back to that. So what they're doing is in the summer when everybody's out and about and enjoying the weather and uh swimming and tubing and camping and hiking and doing whatever it is you love to do in the summer, they're not going to release the games. They're going to wait until the fall when it's starting to get nasty outside and people start coming back in to release these games because then you're going to be more likely to sit down and actually play them. So my story real quick. When I was deployed to Djibouti, Africa, roughly 600 miles north of the equator, one of the countries that was within my area of responsibilities was Somalia and Kenya. I knew of individuals who would go from Djibouti in the winter or November through March, and they would flip it and go down south to those two countries on the opposite 6 months because while it's summer up in Djibouti, it's winter down in Kenya. And when it's summer in Kenya and hotter than all get out, it's actually kind of cool in Djibouti. My little that one of my little outtakes. Uh, this is a mistake, according to video game market intelligence company Newzoo, in the free edition of the firm's 2025 Global Games Market Report. I'm going to go look at that after I get off the air. Available today, Newzoo says that game publishers are causing avoidable cannibalization by all competing for attention and money at the same time of the year. They're not wrong. In so many ways, they're not wrong. To come to to come to its conclusion, Newzoo looked at a AAA single-player games that came out on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox between 2021 and 2024, defining AAA in this case as games that cost $51 and up. February saw the most AAA releases with 22, with October coming in just behind it with 21. the fewest $51 plus games released in April, May, and July, with just 7 in each of those months over the 4-year span under examination. The dark months of winter, at least in the northern hemisphere, seem like a sensible time to sell something you do indoors. Again, what I was saying, and the holidays are the biggest consumer spending season. But Newzoo says the industry's long-standing fixation on the holiday window is counterproductive. I disagree with them. I really do. What I would like to see is I would like to see them go back and break that down by hemisphere if they can. I don't know if they can, and that's why I'm saying if they can. If it's 50-50 split between the two, then I could kind of see their point. But the fact of the matter is that when the money is rolling in, it is during those months, and the most money is coming in from the northern hemisphere. Makes a lot of sense because last I checked, the northern hemisphere is more populous than the southern hemisphere. Don't ask me why. I don't know. But you got places like China, Russia, and the United States in there. And them three alone, that's huge. So when I seen this whole thing, I kind of said the same thing. And I kind of feel vindicated now that I said what I said before I found it on here. One of the things we are going to do tonight is we are going to go check in with our good friend Santiago Cirillo, my boy. He is he is doing some really really good things in what he is up to. Like I said before, because I was feeling ill yesterday and today, I was able for the first time in probably a couple months to watch his entire live session start to finish completely uninterrupted. And it was relaxing. It was amazing. So Santiago, 32 minutes ago, you need to go to Santiago Cirillo's uh, Facebook. And if you don't know where it is, go to God's Father's Facebook. Scroll down a little bit. You will see some of the things I posted from him. Go over there and just take a look at his page. Pleasant View, Tennessee, little sneak peek. David Cowger is working hard on Back from the Dead. I'm Back from the Dead. He is working on all the makeup and some things that they're going to do for the TV show. And it looks, I ain't too big into horror and I'm not too big into zombies, but it looks pretty good. Uh, yeah, he was live 8 hours ago, and I was all over it. He is going to be going to Conuga. I had to look and see where that was. Conuga is Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's in his wheelhouse. But they are bringing him back again there. So if you're in the Chattanooga, Tennessee area, look up the Conuga for this year. And I believe it's in February. But go in February, the end of February, and go check out Santiago and the High On Nation. Let's see. Come out to my annual horror convention supporting mental health awareness, September 19th through 21st at Paragould, Arkansas. Scary City presents High On Nation Horror Show 3. Haunted house, live music, arcade room, escape room, vendors, celebrity guests. That one dude, if you watch, I believe this is the one. If you watch Tulsa Kings, Bigfoot, I think is going to be there. Karaoke, discount on hotels, and more. I believe High On Mania is the same time. And that is when Santiago is going to be taking on Trash Can. I don't even know Trash Can's name or his full name. Uh, yes. During the Horror Show 3, we bring you High Mania 2. The legacy of brutality has joined the High Nation for one night only. He is getting wrestlers that are normally on Netflix. He is getting some. He's getting up there. You need to go take a look at it. If you're in the Arkansas area and you're available the 19th through the 21st, I highly advise you to go take a look at this. He puts a lot of time and a lot of effort into this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know that it hurts your soul like it hurts my soul when Talking Tuesday comes to an end, when Thirsty Thursday comes to an end, when the Nomad Gamers come to an end. However, all good things must end. And we're at that point tonight. So, with that being said, game true, game hard, always. And I mean always. Game on. In the words of my good friend, Santiago Cirillo, your negativity can't break me. You keep being you. Be you. You're beautiful the way you are. If you're out there playing a game and you run across a griefer and that griefer needs blown the fuck up, you blow that motherfucker up. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. I will be streaming tomorrow night on Wednesday, September the 10th. And I will see you after that for Thirsty Thursday on Thursday, September the 11th, 2025. Until then, peace and love. God's Father is out.